Food for thought, Command Agriculture, episode 4. I want to talk about the supply chain and the procurement process in Command. Command Agriculture, quite obviously, is a very tightly ranged ship. Most of the inputs and supplies were done through, by, or with Secunda, who needs no introduction. The problem with this is that obviously there's a monopoly that is totally unaudited. They can do what they want and they have political protection. It's very interesting with the shenanigans going on in various social medias at the moment about Tugwere and the Command Agriculture. The issue is very simple on all things. He's got his hands in every pie, but he could never have got to where he is without political cover. And has got worse since the coup, since November 2017. You can see by the expropriated money and the over expenditures, it is totally out of hand, and it is totally since the coup. Of the 9.6 billion I mentioned in a previous episode, 80% of that occurred after the coup. I'll say that again, 80% after the coup. So the problem is still there. It's got a lot worse, and the reason is they've got absolute political cover. The only reason things are falling apart now is the whole issue of sanctions being reviewed, etc., is now putting the cat amongst the pigeons amongst all the companies that trade with these people. But in local trade, let's see this very simply, and I'll give two examples. First one, in seed production. The seed that is procured must come from Seedco locally. Why is Seedco not selling directly to Command or to the government? Why is Seedco going through Secunda? There are examples of invoices virtually being doubled from one Seedco straight on to Secunda and then on to the government. The second example is if you take the supply of fertilizer. The supply of fertilizer can only be done by 3 or 4 companies. So if we take companies like ZFC, for example, ZFC will get there. Why is ZFC not being given the contract directly? Why does it have to go through Secunda? You have to have a careful look at all these shareholdings of all these various organizations, and in the background you will find the companies being used, and there might be 1 or 2 as a shareholder to Secunda. So not only is Secunda making their major markup, but they're giving the business to companies they are in bed with or very close to. Now that is wrong. These are huge sums of money which should be tendered for. It is a requirement for them to be tendered for, but it's not happening. So the whole procurement, right from start to finish, is totally corrupt. You have people camping for contracts at the Secunda office. This is wrong. We know it's wrong. But it's now cost us $9.6 billion. And the issue is not resolved. It has not been resolved, and we have nothing to show for it. The most ludicrous issue in the agricultural sector is increasing the irrigation capacity, yet doing nothing about electricity. How can you irrigate without electricity? Solar, expensive. Diesel, expensive. Zesa is now becoming expensive. But we have no wherewith for the farmers. The biggest issue for all farmers, new and old, is very simple. They've got nowhere else to go for credit. So there again, they're getting milked. Thank you.